Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm rather incoherent, and with the new patch come a lot of new bugs. You might be wondering where Pygmalien is. Don't worry, he's here, and also don't worry, I promise I'll stop uploading quite so much Pig in the future, but since a lot of people are having very different opinions about whether or not Pig is dead or even more broken than before, I wanted to give my 2 cents on Pig, and I've been grinding a lot on him because I have ranks to catch back up. Amongst the many bugs that are currently happening, one of the bugs is that I lost 600 ranks in one game. Not quite sure how that works, but it had something to do with recovering a disconnected game from several days ago. It doesn't matter. Let's not beat around the bush too long. Let's not dwell on the bugs. Let's get right into the game and start talking about how Pygmalien has changed and how the game has gotten, in some ways, harder, but in some ways much easier for Pig. Getting our first choice at the loft, we have starting Regal Blade. Sign me up. This is just incredible scaling over the course of a run. Do we get the arms? Oh my god. Unsurprisingly, I expect to get Diamond 10 wins now. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of first shop curio, but with this setup, just give me any small weapons, right? I think I'm still willing to buy a Clockwork Blade. It's a bit of a big ask, but it'll be worth it later. So I'm gonna buy this, buy that.
20 years.
It's 1 gold for 1 regen worth, almost certainly. And our shops later on in the run, or in the day rather, are gonna suck a little bit because of that. Pyro, Banana Ball, and Haunted Kimono. There's not a single weapon available from any of these guys. Of the lot, I guess Haunted Kimono has the best drops, that being the ability to drop the Silk, which is a 2-slot item. The other ones only have small items. And getting right into the way that the game has changed, one of the main things is that the new level up reward system can't be curated. This actually makes it better for Pig in a lot of ways, where you can do stuff like hold on to an ATM for better economy without penalty. And they've also changed the upgrade rewards in general. There are 5 now, you can't curate them, but it's much more likely that you're going to find to upgrade a weapon. It's been my anecdotal experience. And there is a guaranteed upgrade at 5, still bugs out just like the other ones and comes in at 6 sometimes. But the net effect of all this is that I find it's much easier to get a diamond item by day 3 or 4 than it used to be. Unfortunately, we just get the scrap, easily the worst thing we could have gotten out of that fight. We have next to no money, so going to Midsworth is a terrible idea. We're gonna take our 2 gold, 1 XP. Love getting this event day 1, especially when it's not really competing with anything. And given the choice of a small heal item, which isn't gonna go on my board, a silver tier item, which is something I can barely afford if it's small, I'm gonna take experience, take it for free, and get my level up. Leftmost heal item, 50 health for each tool, 7 gold for each property, 3 value, 5 spare change. I was really hoping to hit upgrade a weapon, because if I got gold Regal Blade here, I would just be off to the races, and I have done that before. Having missed that, 5 spare change is the most money I can get, and the rest of these literally don't do anything. So, with a bit of a feels bad, we're gonna take that. We're at 410 right now on health. This is really our only item, the rest of this doesn't matter. The only question is whether or not I keep this on the board. It's literally more damage to sell it, so no. And we're gonna toss this, toss that, get the regen. The rest doesn't need to be sold yet. With a 50 damage Regal Blade and 470 health with 2 regen, there's a real chance we win this. There's also a real chance it's an arms dealer Pig or someone with a completely busted combo. We get crushed. Let's see what they have. We crush them. It's not even close. I'd like to say that's the arms dealer difference, but this is honestly, arms dealer is not a part of it. The Regal Blade on its own with any skill would have won this. Although I might not have been quite so willing to go ham at Curio if I just had the Regal Blade. Now, one of the big things that's changed is bees now trigger off of everything. When the beehive used to work, it had no internal cooldown and triggered on every weapon use. Now it has internal cooldown and triggers on everything. A lot of people are saying Caltrops going to diamond tier is a nerf. That's not true. Bees are better than Caltrops because bees trigger a yo-yo. So for 4 item slots, you can get much more damage. However much damage scaling you had on Caltrops, you get twice that much. And that is very powerful and much easier to find the beehive than it is to find Caltrops even in the previous patch. And in fact, the easiest way I found to find Caltrops was to go to the smaller void enemy. I think it's called the Void Golem. But that guy has 2 copies of Caltrops, a 1 in 4 chance of dropping them. And I got more Caltrops from him than stores, to be honest. Getting into day 2, we have small non-weapon, bronze tier skills, silver tier. This is all rough. Silver tier is just expensive. That's the issue with it. I have nothing that benefits me for going to a store. I don't want to spend my money here. I want to spend my money somewhere else. I'm gonna take a small non-weapon item. Completely useless. Gain an income by experience, heal, and regen. I'm gonna take the income. We haven't gotten any stronger. Do we even beat a Covetous Thief with this board? I'm supposed to be thinking about whether or not we beat Covetous Thief, but instead I'm making my board pretty. Warrior's pointless. Coconut Crab doesn't do anything. It's just Covetous Thief. Can we kill him? He has 400 HP. So we have to go to Sandstorm. I only have 470 HP. He's going to be hitting for around 100 when the Sandstorm gets here. Man, that's rough. I really don't know that I beat Covetous Thief. Because the dagger's so slow, I think I beat him. It's distressingly close. But this is his only weapon. It takes 8 seconds to swing. So I'm pretty confident that even though I'm going to be winning by like less than 50 health in Sandstorm, I am going to win in Sandstorm. Because we start off with the health lead. The health lead gets higher. I wasn't even thinking about the additional like 90 health I'll be getting out of the 2 regen. 90 is a gross overestimation, 50 to 60. But still, yeah, with the regen, this goes from being close to being solid. I forgot I got regen off of here, yeah. So I'm gonna get hit one more time for 100 and something. But my health lead's greater than that, so we win. Still stressful though, like very close, because the Regal Blade's just not off the ground yet. Yep, that's about how I expected it to go. Which means I was overestimating it because I didn't think I had a regen at the time and I would have won by like 20 health without it. Maybe exact tie even. Concealed Dagger's easily the best hit. I don't need the Abandoned Chest. I have gold. I already level before the fight. We go to JJ every time.
Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
I'm happy to spend 4 gold cycling that for Regal Blade and 3 gold cycling this, and I'll roll. And I'll also take that. I'm not selling anything yet. We're just going to the next store. There might not be a next store. 2 income's very good. The health, toughness, and shield items really aren't great, and I'm not good on money. So I'm gonna go to Jungle Ruins instead of going to a second store. I was hoping for a better store than health and toughness. Do we have upgrade weapon? We don't. We have nothing. 5 chocolate bars or gumballs. Shield scaling for a shield that doesn't exist. Max health and a shield item. So we will take a shield item. At least it's a weapon. And now in terms of optimizing the fight, I'm pretty sure we just sell everything. The Beast of Burden's more damage on the Regal Blade, and that's gonna be true of all of this nonsense. The only exception is gonna be the dagger because it generates money. With 840 health, 2 regen, and a 130 Regal Blade on day 2, I'm pretty sure we win. I'm not gonna sell this, even if it's the difference between me winning and losing. It's also gonna cost me a lot of gold over the course of the game to sell it. Never mind, I'll be right back. All right, they have iron sharpens iron. That probably means, yes, they're a burn board, and I just have enough health to live through it and win. I was hoping to see more ammunition items. This is still a little bit scary since only the bolas are going to run out. Nice, we slowed the bolas. Fucking got him. I don't know that I win this. I killed him on the next swing, but I don't know if I live long enough for the next swing to happen. All right, just barely. Every single thing we sold was necessary to win that, apparently. I almost lost because of the difference of holding Concealed Dagger, I think. If I'd sold that, it would have been a lot less close. An additional 30 health, an additional 20 damage on all the swings there. It's got to be medium and large. Barcoon and Pole are both a lot better than they used to be for Pig because an early Pig's Gem is actually really good now. None of this is Pig's Gem or the medium items I actually want, though. I could pick up weights, but I don't have anything fast to scale them with, and I don't like bronze weights to begin with. At some point, I'm being a greedy idiot and I should pick them up, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Hey, Pig's Gem, there we go. The reason I was saying Pig's Gem is valuable is because when one of your winning strategies is a Thorn strategy with the bees, Pig's Gem is one of the best ways to scale that, and it's a backup strategy in case you miss the Crook. And I think Pig on the whole is much stronger because the Crook used to fall off really hard around day 11, but now as long as you can find the Beehive, the Crook has a very real powerful endgame build that can counter the vast majority of other builds. Anyway, getting back into it, Beast of Burden. Gain an income, sells items. I'm currently very broke. And while I could sell things to afford stuff at JJ's shop, that'll be true at the next shop as well, so I'm just gonna take income here. There's no room on board for the Beast of Burden, so I toss it. Do we beat Aetheryte? We kill his shield every time this goes off. It feels like we should easily beat an Aetheryte, but I've been wrong about fights before this patch.
Let's go!
I don't think Aetheryte's changed. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this will go off. I'll knock its shield down. I'll regen up. I'll steadily scale up. I might have underestimated the scaling on Aetheryte. I might have fucked up. Or overestimated the scaling on my borderline baseline Pig's Gem. The issue is that Force Field is faster than Regal Blade, so I'm getting outscaled. Pig's Gem is slowly making up a bit of the difference, but I think I'm fucked. I think I made a huge mistake. We're currently 60 health down, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's not gonna get better. We're at least gonna get most of the gold, but yeah, that was a disaster.
We keep the lights on around here.
I think I'm no longer leveling up before the day swap, but that doesn't really matter since my board's basically empty. I needed like another 40 damage on the Regal Blade. I'm just so weak with what I've been doing. I think I'd rather a small weapon than non-weapon items is the problem. I could get a balcony, and balcony is currently bugged to do 20 times value, which makes Pig's Gem pretty good, but I don't like doing that. I'm gonna take a small weapon. It's guaranteed value, it's economy. We're gonna go to Pole to upgrade this, or we're gonna go to Economics Seminar. I'm gonna go to Pole.
Little sentience love shops, so I opened one.
That's a new voice on Pole, right? Or the same voice with the filter applied to it? I swear to God, he sounded very different previously. We're going to buy this to juggle for the shop, or the gym rather.
What should I do with it?
And that's all we can really do. Toss this. The pepper spray is so weak, but it's at least a small item to trigger marbles. God, we are so weak. We've got nothing going for us. Like, we do have a Regal Blade hitting for 170 and 1,000 health. That's something. But there's not a ton going on here. I just don't see a reason to sell to upgrade the Regal Blade. It makes my board weaker. The impact on strength is very minor. It's unlikely to be the difference in the fight.
My fight isn't with you.
Iron sharpens iron, and they have a huge board, lots of ammo items. This is gonna run out. I don't see any persistent scaling. I think we just easily endure and win because of the arms dealer difference. If we were a fair and balanced Pygmalien that started with any other skill, we'd probably be dead, but here we are. Actually, that damage was so low that I'd probably have lived anyway.
No hard feelings, right?
Regen, Abandoned Chest, and Ayla. I'm going Ayla. I'm still really looking for a Crook. The yo-yo is also incredibly important. This is free, essentially. That's only 2 gold for a juggle. Toss a coin to make room.
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
Roll. What do we have? The Regal Blade upgrade from our dreams. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, I do have to sell something before I can buy it. Did a double count, still true. We get the gold Regal Blade. And at this point, we're probably using our level 5 upgrade for a diamond Regal Blade, which gives us a reason not to sell every weapon we have, but we're still gonna need to sell a good chunk here just to be able to buy new stuff anyway.
Go make some more stuff.
Actually, knowing that the diamond Regal Blade is coming up, and then I'm gonna have a level up choice shortly, I am going to sell coins instead to get the slingshot and try to save all of this. Leftmost heal item, huh? Damn shame. 2 income versus a tool. A tool could be a crook, but 2 income's great when I'm broke as shit, and I am definitely broke as shit. Silver chocolate bars, gumballs, heal, and regen items. These are all pretty terrible. I could get a kukri at heal and regen, but I'd rather just take the guaranteed health. Also, I'm trying to save and upgrade the Regal Blade later. I don't want to use it right now. The marbles are officially out. Now that we have the flail with Pig's Gem, it's much better. Triggers the yo-yo, fastest thing is pepper spray, much better board. And we go for Boiler Room Brawler, because if we could just have our entire board go to diamond, that would be pretty good. The change to hammer is a massive buff to what was already a crazy card. Now it upgrades the thing to its left. That doesn't mean if you want to upgrade something on your board, you either have to take it out or put the hammer in, but having control over this is just absolutely incredibly strong, especially because most of the time when you level up, it's not during a player fight.
What's one more scar? Believe you'll win, and you'll win.
Instead, we have a skill that will never trigger and no additional gold. Worst possible result. Oof. We're going to middle, keep looking for crooks, keep looking for briefcases. Going to toss all of this stuff on the left, pick up the ATM, pick up the golf clubs, and be on my way. We do Finn's Big Bite, we have no money, or gain 100 health. 100 health is a little bit more than we get at Finn's Big Bite, but it doesn't give us 5 regen, so I'm gonna take this.
Our bodies are just containers for it.
And looking at this, I could be stronger in the fight if I wanted to. I could sell this stuff in the top, but I'm gonna save it until I get Diamond Regal Blade at level 5. Might bug out and have to wait till level 6, that'd be very unfortunate. Because then I'd have to keep holding on to my stash, I wouldn't be able to get the power for the next player fight, just all around a bad time. That looks like he's gonna be really strong later. He's a dually with the hammer, so that's really good for him. But I'm reasonably confident that we just crush him. Pig's Gem scaling is gonna outperform anything Brick Buddy is doing. Although I will say that's more burn than I was expecting. Holy shit. We should be able to win before we get killed. Though we only had like 5, 6 seconds left.
Now that was invigorating.
2 income, Artisan Dunes, which is just a wasted jump at this point, and health, toughness, and shield items. I think Pig's Gym actually has that tag. 2 income is very good, and I'm not a huge fan of spending literally all of my money on the second Pig's Gym right now, so I'm gonna take the 2 income. And we've bugged out. We're getting our level up reward at level 6, unfortunately. I'm not gonna spend all my gold. I don't want heal items. I don't have shield items. I don't want heal items. This is why the new system without curation feels pretty bad, because you have options to hit multiple things like this on boards that have none of them. It's like, yeah, a lot of people are giving this feedback. I think it's gonna go through. Not being able to curate your board, it creates a good thing in that you don't have to worry about selling your ATM to make better upgrades. The counterpoint to that is that you can just have boards like this where the best thing you can do is take a random item, and that sucks. At least it was worth 6 gold. Anyway, we got the bug. It'll be level 6 when we get to upgrade our Regal Blades. That's rough. I'm gonna work at the docks to get a weapon. It could be anything, even a crook. Could be grape shot, not really very useful. The money tree's gonna stay until it gives us anything. I don't see a reason to sell right now. Just gonna go fight Mod Squad. We definitely beat them. There's nothing they really have we care about, but they give the most experience, the most gold. They have the highest gold rewards with Bulldozer and the gold cryptos. If we miss those, we would like to hit Chris Army Knife because he's a weapon, obviously. And we're not doing terribly in terms of power, but we really need this Regal Blade to be diamond so we can empty our inventory. The fact that we got the bug is kind of unfortunate. If we had gotten diamond Regal Blade like you're supposed to upon hitting level 5, then we would be basically unbeatable on the day 5 fight. But as it stands, we can very easily lose. And I have... Are you sure I have no space for that? Fun new bugs. Let me just reload real quick. As it turns out, my inventory is empty, so thank you. And with Ayla, I'm pretty sure we're always going to Ayla. We're just accepting a little bit worse scaling.
My weapons crave more.
Oh! That should have been the spare change from Money Tree that doesn't exist. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna toss the Money Tree. I need space. I'm gonna hold the ATM if I can. I can't really. Yeah, the ATM's going. Gonna take dog, briefcase. Toss the dog, because I just have to. I have to make room. Get the Atlatl. Roll, find a crook. It's that easy? No, unfortunate.
Action.
Selling the golf clubs is not really a problem because we had to sell them anyway. My brain broke a little bit when I bought the golf clubs. I was like, oh, nice. I have to sell the golf clubs to get that, so it's not actually a problem for the upgraded Regal Blade. But literally any 4-cost medium item that I found, that would be true as well.
Go make some more stories.
All right. I think this is what we're leaving with. Is 4 gold to scale worth it? Yes. You take the Lump Wars.
You carry my weapon? I fight.
And we're not even done today. Shit. We go to medium items.
What can I get you?
Those are not it. The cargo shorts would normally just be objectively good. They cost effectively nothing and they give you 2 gumballs. Unfortunately, well, we can toss the crypto at 18. That's pretty good. But I still don't have space for them. And 2 gumballs is worth less than an additional 40 damage on Regal Blade from holding, so I'm gonna roll. All right. I will toss the briefcase, toss the coins, pick up the dog,
Toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to your
toss the dog, and pick up a new briefcase if it will actually close my inventory. Oh, also, fun fact, spacebar opens and closes the stash. I'm definitely going to bind a mouse button to spacebar very soon so I can play this much more efficiently. 430 for day 5 is a huge weapon. The 25 scaling here goes off before this, so this hits for about 100 on the first swing. It's definitely losable, but we've dealt enough arms for Pig's Gem to easily win any long fight, and all fights should be long. And looking at our opponent's submarine build, we are going to crush this. It looks like they sold everything to transition to gold sub, and that is, like, maybe in the future it'll be helpful, but right now it's nothing.
You should put it toward nobler use.
And now I feel comfortable, because now we're going to level up, we're going to get the Diamond Regal Blade, and we have something going for us. And this is what I was saying earlier, where I feel like Pig is very, very positively impacted by the level 5 guaranteed upgrade. Pig has the things that guarantee you win early game if you upgrade them quickly. Other characters don't really feel like they have that. Vanessa and Dooley have a lot of cards that I would describe as functional cards as opposed to numeric cards. What I mean by that is a Crook is a card where it is just a numbers card. The better the Crook, the better the numbers, and it's really impactful. Same with Regal Blade. Whereas with Vanessa and Dooley, they have a lot of cards where it matters is the core functionality of the card. First Aiden does a 4-second heal and a 4-second haste and triggers off of additional haste effects, right? It doesn't matter what level your Aiden's at, really. It just matters that you have an Aiden. The important part of the card is the functionality and not the numbers. Upgrading cards in the early game is very important to Pig, and Pig really needs this more than anyone else, which is why I think the patch benefits Pig. Anyway, let's get this Diamond Regal Blade and double its damage numbers or something, because it's about to be... Ayla, you're too kind. How could I say no?
I do miss it.
All right, everybody, we're at 431 starting Regal Blade, 25 value starting gem. Let's get into it. We are going to toss the coins, toss every weapon other than the Atlatl in this inventory. I think we might be past these items, but I'm gonna hold on to them for the time being. We're gonna pick up everything in this store and roll. Hey, the Crook showed up. Sorry about that, pepper spray. You're not gonna make it. And same with concealed dagger. The Crook's going into the build.
More stories. Then come back and tell me.
Toss this, toss those. Really toss just about everything if the game will let me. I guess I'm quitting to the main menu again. So like I was saying, toss everything, buy the Kukri and toss that too. We started at 400 and something, we're at 1400 now. It's a minor increase in power, you know? Is the Crook better than Atlatl currently? Pig is only adding 31 per gem, so yes. Toss these, I have no belief in getting a golden loop, it's just so unlikely. I can work at the docks, but I have so much money I'd rather go to JJ. Cash registers, ATMs, tons of options that make my deck better. Those aren't it. I would also like to find a beehive, that part's fairly important.
So, how about this weather we're...
2 small bronze weapons is pretty good. Crook upgrade versus max experience, we go for the Crook upgrade. And I guess I should have sold the weapons before I got here, but like, he's gonna die in 1 hit from the Regal Blade. There are other cards on my board, but only one really matters right now, and that might be the case all the way until we get to 10 wins.
Not all Jabalians.
Every time I see the 2-size item, I get hyped and then intensely disappointed. Curio's gonna sell us a lot of weapons. I've done this before. I'm gonna edit out all of this. I'm gonna juggle every weapon this man has. The servers are really on the struggle bus this morning. What the hell? So Curio restocked a second Crusher Claw. I already sold the first one, and a second Magnifying Glass. I guess I upgrade it to make the yo-yo better, or do I sell 2 for better Regal Blade scaling? Probably that. So the end of this, we have used a tremendous amount of money, but our Regal Blade is up to 2,200 damage, huh? That seems all right. Oh, hey, Orion. I'm pretty low on funds, but you have everything I want. He knows, too. He's arrogant about it. We take the axe and the cash register. We get the golden Crook. It's just that easy. And, yeah, we're basically gods, I guess. If I put the Atlatl in, it's only at 5 attack speed. It's nowhere near good enough, so we're going to stick with the gem. We're going to disconnect again. Oh, my God. Now, believe it or not, I'm pretty confident the crit or quit is about to get rolled on account of us having probably 5 times his health and one-shotting him, right? We're only 4 times his health. And the pufferfish is doing its best. Like, we are already at 150 poison. However, not quite good enough.
You can learn a lot from losing.
Now, right now, we're on path to Diamond Victory, so we're not too stressed. But I will note that we don't have an endgame plan at all. We're just Crook Atlatl, and we have a Pig's Gem, but we don't have anything to scale with it, really. Also, all of these upgrades are pretty terrible. I guess I'm taking 100 health? If I switch the Atlatl in, I have nothing else to use with it, so maybe I take the Piggles? Because health is so freely available to me with the gem and the arms dealer, and the Piggles could be a red Piggle that buffs the Atlatl. It really can't be enough to matter. I'd rather 100 health. We have another Orion, so that might be us getting the Diamond Crook early, but that's honestly just really expensive compared to getting it for free on an upgrade. We'll gladly take both of these then. And then we roll and we see if we're getting a diamond crook or something else. No crook, no loop. Terrible. 7 regions, a lot, but small and medium item scales the gem.
Send me your huge items. Price, don't care.
Toss this, pick up the dog, and roll. Sell the dog, grab the Alati, and toss it too. There's a small argument to keeping the Alati, because if I get Diamond Crook and remove Pig's Gem for the Atlatl, it fits on my board, and it's the best thing I can have. But if I get Diamond Crook and the next day, we're going to win the fight even with an empty spot on the board, so I'm tossing the Alati. We're going to go fight Thug, because if you can get Bach, it wins games. Bach just is so incredibly powerful compared to virtually everything else. I saw the 1,000 and panicked before I remembered, oh yeah, it's an anchor. I just have 5,000 health. Unlike the Thug, who will not be surviving Regal Blade.
It's all about
I think this anchor has no value to me beyond its ability to be sold for gold. Which is fine, I suppose. Heal and region items can at least give me a golf club or a kukri. And I will roll for it, because I'm just all in on scaling Regal Blade. Do I have room for a lemonade stand? Realistically, yes. Do I have gold for lemonade stands? Realistically, yes. Well, see, now I immediately feel like a jackass, because I have found specifically the one store where I'm going to want to use my money that I spent on a lemonade stand. Oh, hey, it's the kukri I was at the other store for.
And you might.
I cannot buy that dog. I'm just gonna take the kukri and leave, I think.
Make me proud.
Obviously not hold it forever. I can roll specifically for a small bronze item that sounds pretty shit. I'd rather keep my 3 gold. And again, Dooley doesn't stand much of a chance. This is the arms dealer difference. There's no way he's killing me before this Regal Blade kills him. I was hoping to show off some of the more crazy stuff you can do in the late game with bees, but right now it's just looking off like I'm showing off why Pig Gem is a valuable backup strat. Because even with a relatively normal Crook Regal Blade board, like hypothetically my opponent had lived any period of time, that damage scaling on the flail and the yo-yo would actually be very relevant. 2 income, wasted, 100 health, wasted, wasted. Well, I guess we're gonna go with 2 income as opposed to the 3 dead options. You know what? This is already set to be a diamond victory no matter what I do. I kind of want to just put a bigger spotlight on the problem that the balcony is in the game currently. I've already shown up on Crip's stream ruining the game with it. So, oh hey, we got the apiary. Well shit, those are some really good properties. Maybe we won't go put a spotlight on the bees with this video. In fact, Crip having played against my ghost while abusing the bug is going to be a bigger spotlight than this video would ever hope to be. But also, like, that's a lot of gold. That is 24.36. It's impossible to buy all of it. 28 I can make happen. I'm gonna toss the coin, I'm gonna toss the lemonade stand. It was a terrible investment. I was not expecting to hit a store this expensive this soon. And we need this beehive. Even though I love buying 2 income, we just don't have the gold for it. That's not true, I could have bought it and sold it. Maybe I should have. I definitely should have. Yeah, I just did my math wrong. I wasn't thinking about buying and reselling the ATM because I was for some reason assuming I'd have to hold it. Even if middle has a crook, I can't afford it. So I'm just going to get a small shield item for free. Hey, it's a weapon, that's something. Toss the helm and go fight Robo Bouncer, I suppose. And all of these fights are really just a waiting exercise because I'm sure the rest of my board does actually do quite a lot, but none of it actually matters. Like, yes, the flail and the yo-yo were about to deal 600 to 800 damage. However, the guy's already dead.
Believe you'll win, and you'll win. But
Cybersecurity is cool. It also takes 12 seconds to cast for some godforsaken reason, so I don't think I'll be using it. We're gonna go to weapons, scale up the gem further. Potentially get that crook upgrade and free up my level 10 for something else.
Enjoy the thrill of battle. Well, you can't.
Nope, not at all.
Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Toss everything except this beehive and buy the golf clubs. And the reason I'm not using the beehive yet is there's an argument I should be using the beehive over the crook right now. Honestly, I think it's a convincing argument. If I had the ability to enable the Atlatl already, The hero merchants could give me stealth or upgrades. It could give me, like, this has got to be the best thing on the board. Jules, that's the name of the chef. That's the one with the knife rack. Huh. Okay, that's really good. Hold up. Like, those are the two best items I could have got from her. I'm sure everyone knows what the hammer does, but the rivet gun will charge the item to the left for 1 second when you use the item to the right. If you get it to diamond, which I can do because I have a hammer, then it will do 2 seconds instead. And that's going to be the nail in the coffin of me not using bees, I think. Because what's going to happen is the beehive is going to trigger the bee, which is going to trigger the yo-yo, which is going to use the rivet gun to charge Pig's gem to scale faster. If this were at diamond, we could beat people down with Crook faster. We'd have so much base scaling it wouldn't matter. But I think being better at using Pig's gem, not that it matters, because we're just going to win with this anyway, but still, I'm going to move this over so that if I forget about it, we upgrade the Crook. The flail is no longer relevant. It will never make it onto my board now that I have beehive and yo-yo. There's no reason to roll. I'm almost out of money. I've already got the 2 items I'm here for. That was an incredible stealth. 10% max health is probably what we're taking. 14 shields relevance. Or sorry, 14 gold rather. I'm gonna take 10% max health. I think if I just push health every option I get, I'm guaranteed to go 10 wins. And there's a small chance that we actually get to see something beyond Regal Blade one-shotting a man, but I think this is just a Regal Blade one-shotting a man. He is a poison build. Portal's armor stacked pretty effectively, but unfortunately it is the same speed as Regal Blade. So, yeah. You can see that the bee was doing something. Didn't really get there. But I assure you, the bee's good. It's just this is stupid. Get a non-weapon item, get skills, get small items. And that level up got us the Diamond Crook, and again, we can juggle our board now because the Diamond Crook changes the math. I'm gonna toss these, move the gem out, put the Crook in, put the Atlatl in over the rivet gun, and start upgrading the rivet gun. Actually, I should upgrade the gem first. Because right now, the Diamond Crook just sets the bees up so much harder, so much faster than anything the gem is doing, but we are holding onto that gem as a late game transition if something somehow beats the Regal Blade minutes that I currently am. We're gonna go sell small items looking for small weapons. 4 gold is a bit of a high cost, but oh well. Wow, what a terrible store. I don't think I have the kind of gold to waste it on that. I'd be dropping down to 14. I could still afford gold skills. I can't afford much at a shop, but like not many shops actually matter at this point. That's fair to note. The only shops I care about are weapon shops. I'm gonna pass on that. We're gonna go to medium items on middle. The rest of that's just not relevant to my interest. Take that for 4 and roll.
I like the exercise.
I'm just getting the most expensive shit for these weapon juggles. I'm willing to take 8 now that I'm not going into another shop.
And I'll trot it to your door.
And we're gonna go deal with Roaming Isle. None of this has anything we care about, but Roaming Isle has the most experience, so that's the entire decision process there. Oh wait, Roaming Isle is not actually getting one shot. We're showing off the bees. The bee actually, all right, so the bee was like 50 HP off of doing it, but bee yo-yo Atlatl very nearly killed this guy before the Regal Blade could do it, which is wild.
Maybe too nice.
The counterattack on B with Crook enabling the yo-yo beside it is so much better than Caltrops ever was. The only problem is that unlike Caltrops, it's vulnerable to freeze. Anyway, let's go to Ayla and sell some weapons. Regal Blade, are you okay? We know you're great, but please get back to normal size.
Newful teaches stillness. I prefer action.
I'm gonna roll rather than juggle those for 8s. And, sure, I guess.
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
We're just gonna leave, take our upgrade on Pig's Gem. 2 income, actually 4 versus more or less garbage. I'm gonna take the income. Bronze tier junk items is good for Regal Blade scaling, but we don't really need to scale it any further than it already is. We're gonna take the health. The only thing we're afraid of is like an infinite knives Vanessa killing us before we kill them. But with the amount of burst we have on our bees, like if anyone tries to infinite combo us, they will very likely die first. Let's see what we're up against. And if this build's good, there's a very real chance they die before the Regal Blade goes off. That looks like the bees are gonna kill him before the Regal Blade goes off. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about at the start of the video. I was like, actually, the character's just way stronger now because Beehive triggering on everything is so important for having late game options. It wasn't relevant there. We'd have still won with Regal Blade, but there are so many builds where I'm like, oh no, how do I win in the late game as Pig? And the answer is just Beehive now. Beehive is just so good. Do I take Andy for small weapons, or do I greedily roll for a weapons vendor, a curio? Curio's not even that good. I have the diamond crook. What am I really looking for here? I'll settle for an Andy. I'm just looking for something better than what was on board.
Step toward good taste.
I'll take the signet ring. Oh, this got upgraded, so we're gonna move it over to the rivet gun. Toss those, pick up the signet ring.
Remember, diamonds come in small.
I'll roll.
doses.
And I will juggle the Halati for 4.
Never be remorseless.
The new signet ring is much, much more playable since it comes in at silver. The gold version is effectively twice as good as the old one, and this is actually just a good item, provided you can fit it in your bank now. Do I even want to go to Curio? He has 2, no, he just has the 1 weapon option for scaling. I think I would rather gain 2 experience and try to push out another level before I leave this board. This is the new sparring partner enemy. He just gives you gold based on how many times you can kill him. And because I'm a counter damage build with the bees, I'm not very good at that. So we're gonna go deal with Void Colossus instead. There's actually nothing Void Colossus can destroy where he wins. If he destroys anything other than Regal Blade kills him. He takes a huge amount of damage before anything even gets destroyed off Caltrop Yo-Yo B. Oh, and nothing's even going to get destroyed. We just beat the timer. Cool.
I've come too far to let you
Well,
stop.
that's a slight problem, because I actually don't have room for another item. I was already giving up gold from the cash register. Do I just give up the cash register? Yeah, I'm gonna give up the cash register. I don't like doing it, but I think we have unlimited gold with that drop. Upgrade your leftmost item. We just got the rivet gun. I could take this straight to gold, or sorry, straight to diamond. If I did, I think my board is still better as Crook beatdown because we're only on day 10. So I'm going to upgrade this signet ring for more health and more income. Before we switch to Pig's Gym, we'll get the next upgrade off the hammer anyway, so it just doesn't need to be done. We have skills, small, medium items. It's day 10, skills are pretty good. We can get something like Coolant Leak, which would be incredible. There are a million other options that are fine. I think I'm happy to spend 24 on 10% crit. Not really, actually. 10% crit's relatively minor. There's stuff like Building Crescendo that's so much better for this sort of build. That's kind of dog, actually. Just 3 heal skills, huh? Could have sworn you gave me any type of skill. But take red envelope. Small and large items, shield, non-weapon. My income is nowhere near high enough to be buying shield skills in case I get a shield enchant, so I guess I'm going small and large. Nothing here that I care about, and I'll take the diamond hatchet, toss this.
Maybe I can resell this to my boys.
And I think we're going 10-0. I think the Regal Blade's just done it. It's possible this is a cracked Armadillo bunker build and they managed to stop me, but it's highly unlikely. It is beatdown. Is he explosive enough to kill me? It doesn't look like it. He did freeze the Regal Blade, which is a requirement for winning, and the B. My lord, those freeze skills were actually enough to stop me. We're going to day 11. Small weapon, temporary boost, and weapons in general. We're going weapons in general for scaling purposes. It's not even really for Regal Blade, it's for Arms Dealer plus the Diamond Gem. I get 160 health when I juggle a weapon. And now that we've sold a 50 gold item, we can afford to juggle all of these no problem.
Me proud.
And I will juggle the cheapest of that at least.
Go make some more
I
stuff.
don't think I want to spend 24 juggling 2 more. What's gold for if it's not for this?
Carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
We have Piggles, spare change, shield upgrade, heal upgrade, 14 gold. Well, I'll take 14 gold, I guess. I'm gonna go skills rather than curio. CDR is not as important on a build like this because we're going off when our opponent triggers something. We're going off every second and already capped out. CDR for the Regal Blade's not really going to affect much. Plus 12 damage, crit on shields. When I win a fight, I win the game. I don't really get 4 gold. Diamond Arms Dealer is going to give a completely negligible amount of health. Got more than 1 weapon, no large weapons, and I don't have properties that attack. So I'm going to take Diamond Arms Dealer, if only to remove it from the pool of skills in future events. Toss that. I've done a bit of board juggling so that on Volcus Enforcer I can show off what it is. that's so strong about the gem and the counter stuff, because like obviously I can just kill him with a Regal Blade. He'll die in one hit to it. But I want to show off of this, where every time he does anything, it triggers the yo-yo, which triggers the rivet gun. This also should be flipped around. There's no reason to have it be a chain. It's more vulnerable to freeze like this. But even against a freeze build, where it's incredibly disruptive, you can see just how much reflect damage gets done before anything of meaning happens to my opponent's side. Also, the new shield sound is absolutely horrendous. I don't know who decided it, but it's a bad call. What's generating shield so effectively for him when any item gains freeze? I don't know if he has better shield or if I'm just more aware of his shielding because it's so annoying now. I'm gonna stick with this board for the next player fight because that guy froze me constantly, preventing me from actually showing off what it does. All of these are bad. I'm gonna get an item. I know that Gumballs is better. I don't like clicking on Gumballs. That's the entire reason I'm not taking it. We can get an upgrade on our hammer. There's not a lot we really care about upgrading, to be honest with you. I'm gonna upgrade the cryosphere because I don't think anyone's ever seen what an upgraded cryosphere does. That's legitimately my decision-making process. Shield gain, XP, chocolate bars, gumballs, heal, gain health. I've got a decent nest egg in terms of just like my economy. We're at the end of the hour. I have this. Freeze all items other than the core for 3 seconds. No special gains there. I'm actually gonna sell first, maximize my chance of winning, or disconnect. So like I was saying, I'm gonna sell everything I'm not gonna be using just to get the maximum amount of health, because if I'm a scaling Thorns build, then health is disproportionately more important for me than anyone else. And even though I can probably beat this pig by playing a different build, I want to show off exactly what this does because I don't want to make more pig videos in the near future. I've made way too much pig content. So let's show off the Pig's Gem B thing that is so effective. And you don't need Pig's Gem for this. You can see that it's actually already dealing quite a lot of damage just with the Diamond Crook. I could have another medium item and another small item. I could have a medium item instead of the rivet gun and the small item. And you can see that this bird scaling build has no chance in hell because every time the bird goes off, even though it's healing for 360, I'm dealing 600 and scaling Thorns damage. And all of that damage is charging the gem to deal it even faster. The late game pivot open to pig builds now when you're going for Crook. Something I said in the past, that Crook builds like picking up weights and sharpening stones. Because if you miss the Crook, things like Flail, Pygmalien, Longbow, Halati, Yo-Yo, there are so many multicast items that benefit from Crook that scale up with the same things. So now you can add Pig's Gem to the list, and you have very strong late game options where your plan is to stack health because you're Pygmalien, and use the B and scale up the B and just win by doing reflex shenanigans. It is freeze vulnerable, but welcome to virtually every beatdown game in the deck. Whoops-a-daisy, that ain't right. Every beatdown deck in the game. Anyway, off camera I have a lot of grinding to do. I'm finally back in top 500. I started at rank 110. I got to rank 60 before I got demoted 600 ranks by their patented and go fuck yourself reconnect technology. So, hopefully I'll be a higher rank in the near future. I'm gonna probably start playing a lot of Dooley now that I'm back in top 500. And next time I'm with you, I'm gonna show you some ridiculous Armadillo Dooley builds because that's the coolest thing I'm seeing on the ladder. Or maybe I'll sit down to record that and instead I'll just immediately hit like clockwork and show how that is absolutely wild and should not be in its current state at all. It's far more egregious than Arms Dealer is. But regardless, for now, I'm done. I've been Rather Coherent. Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed the video, then please do like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff really does help the channel grow. And I really do appreciate it. And I cannot overstate my gratitude towards the fine folks supporting me, both as patrons on Patreon and channel members here on YouTube. I'll see all of you in the next one.